Hi all, Kevin here. Just want to go through, we're at the section now where it's the driving test marking sheet, okay? And what the tester thinks of your driving based on the marking sheet that they've got in front of them in their tablet, okay? So our instructor will go through it in more detail when they meet you in the car. But I want to go through it broadly for you now so that you have an understanding where you're at the stage. So you could print this off and go through the video with me as you're reading this, or look at it on another device as I'm going through it, okay? So I'm going to quickly go through Section 1, Rules of the Road and Technical Checks. So before the test, you're going to be asked questions on the rules of the road, okay, and road signs. We've put the two links in there for you to study, because they're the questions that you will be asked, and they are the road signs that you will be asked as well. About 8 or 10 of each. Questions and road signs, you have to know them, okay? If you don't know 3 or more of them, it's going to be a grade 2 on your rules of the road and technical checks, which is number 1, okay? Number 2 is position. Now, position is generally throughout the test, is your car in the right position? When you're on the straight, turning right, turning left in traffic lanes. And if it's not, they're going to mark you down for that, okay? So that's either you're too far out in the middle of the road, or you're too close, or you're too wide. You're not within your lanes. So a positional mark would come about, a grade 2. If it's really severe, you went totally on the wrong side, it would be a grade 3, okay? Or you click the car, grade 3. Number 3, observation. Many people fail in an observation because it's insufficient, okay? It's not enough. Observation, moving off, over turning right, turning left on the straight, roundabouts. It means not looking enough, okay? Not looking correctly. So when it's over the shoulder, it's shoulder and then move. But some people just go like that or like that, and that's not a check, okay? So that's what moving off observation mark would be. Or if you looked first, came back into the car, then did your work and went into gear and mirror and signal, it's too late. You need a final check again, okay, over the right shoulder. Observation at junctions. Many people make the mistake in the housing estates. They don't stop, quick check and leave, because they're so used to rolling through. They have to look quick, and it's not sufficient enough. So a tester would prefer little stop, left and right, off you go. Good practice that is, okay? Now, reaction to hazards. A reaction is anything how you have to react to what you see up ahead, okay? The road tells you what to do from the hazards that are there, whether it's moving, static, fixed, or whatever, and you have to react to that in time, So it's how you react, it's how you show the tester how I'm going to react to this situation. They think to themselves, okay, how will this person react when they're on their own? Okay, so reaction is everything really, okay? It's a really broad category. Mirrors, section number 5, okay? 5, mirrors, all right? Now, it says use your mirrors properly in good time and before signalling, moving off, on the straight, turning left, turning right, roundabouts, changing lanes. So if you're not checking the mirror, the rear view mirror, before you make a move or signal, they're going to mark you down because you didn't get there. And that's very common, not checking it in time or too late, or not finding the junction and then applying the mirror after you put on the signal. So it's wrong. It says properly and in good time. In good time would be near enough when the tester tells you, unless it's a turn before the one you're taking. So in good time means plenty of time, all right, before signaling. Clearance, number 6 on the sheet as you see there, okay? Allow sufficient clearance to pedestrians, cyclists, stationary vehicles. So that means not giving enough room if you're overtaking in a housing estate, giving so little room both to the back of the car and the side of the car, okay? Not enough room. So, or cyclists, or if the gap is not there and you try and force your way through, or you force the car out of your way, that's a clearance issue as well, all right? So, so clearance to stationary vehicle, plenty of room, okay? Plenty of room. Number 7, signal. Give correct signal in good time. Not indicating or over indicating as well as another one, okay? Give correct signal, moving off, overtaking, changing lanes, roundabouts, turning right, turning left, cancel promptly. Some people stop and they leave the signal on. The car behind thinks you're either pulled in or you're going left, okay? You got to cancel that signal, apply the handbrake, and be ready to go for the next phase, all right? So signals, very, very important. Goes hand in hand with mirror and then signals. Now, 8 is motorcycles, so we won't talk about it. 9, courtesy, alighting. So basically, alighting, getting out of the car. If you pull in after the test and you're too close to the car in front, the tester can't get out. That is alighting, okay? Or if you're not where you should be, or you're definitely not within the lane, the parking space, that's going to be a mark for your alighting as well, okay? Now, number 11, progress. Many people get this wrong because they think, okay, I'll show them how safe I am. I'll do 40 instead of 50, or I'll do 20 instead of 30. And it's too slow. People think, okay, the slower I drive, the safer they'll think. But it's holding up traffic. Like, you're not making progress. That tester wants you to drive at 50 kilometers an hour in the 50 zone, 30 in the 30 zone. Some people go over the ramps at 20 and they stay at 20 between the next ramp, and it could be 100 meters, right? But they don't go up the third, they stay in two. You got to go up the gears in between the ramps if it allows. Some of them will be different, lengths away. So you decide, okay, I haven't got time for two there, but definitely get up to three on a longer stretch, all right? So progress driving too slow. Traffic lights, the light goes green, huge issue on the driving test. The light goes green, people are waiting for the arrow. Don't have to wait for the arrow on a circular green light. You move up, take the junction, and then if it goes amber and red, finish. Again, our instructors will let you know that because it's very, very common. Lots of people fail on this. It's a big grey area. We've got videos up on that on our YouTube as well. Now, progress. Number 12, vehicle control. Make proper use of accelerator, clutch, gears, foot brake, everything. So that's just not having good control of the car, being a bit erratic, changing the gears too fast, at 40, at 30 kilometers an hour. Clutching, holding it on the clutch when you're at traffic lights. All these things matter. Harsh foot braking, stopping the car with the handbrake, steering, crossing your hands, kind of erratic, letting it spin back itself. Vehicle control, it's got to be really, really smooth, really looking good to the eye, okay? Now, number 13, adjust your speed to suit the traffic and the road conditions. Slow it down. If you're coming into a junction too fast or roundabout too fast, or you're speeding to a ramp too fast, they're going to mark you down because you should have adjusted, slowing it down. Realize with your hazard perception that, okay, there's a situation up here, I've got to bring the car down speed-wise. If you don't, they're going to mark you, okay? Now, another one, comply with traffic lights. Number 14, comply with traffic lights, traffic signs, road markings, pedestrian crossings. That is not obeying the road markings or the road signs. Simple as that, right? Traffic light, breaking the traffic light, driving in the bus lane, driving in the cycle lane, breaking the stop lines that are blatant stops, okay? So be careful on that. It's common as well because sometimes when it's wet you can't see the fainted lines, and it becomes an issue, all right? Number 15, right-of-way. Yield right-of-way is required. Moving off, overtaking, change lanes, roundabout. That's pulling out in front of people. So if you're on the roundabout and you go and there's a car coming, you're going to get marked for right-of-way at roundabouts, okay? Or when you're moving off. If you checked over your shoulder and you think there's enough space and there's not, and you move out and you hold up the car, or the car has to brake behind, that's going to be a mark. Probably grade 3 for yield right-of-way moving on. And then you've got 16 and 17, the reverse. On the page here, I'm going to show you the exact way how to reverse around the corner. I've got the link there as well. Check that out. Then 17, it's the turnabout. I've got a link there for the turnabout, how the tester would do it. And then parking. Parking is straightforward enough. You're coming in after the test. You want to be in between the lines. All right. So that was, sorry went on a bit long, this video, but look, it's good detail. It's good information. It's what you need. And carry on down the page and get your test passed with just the information on this page. Is brilliant. Okay. Bye.